Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? What's good? How's everybody doing? All right, we got some busy stuff to go through today. Man, RSI's looking juicy on JASMY, guys. 38.22 in the oversold. Got rejected off of the 200-day SMA. Not bad though, not bad. We're still holding support at 2 cents. Somebody had asked me earlier today if I thought that JASMY could get back down to like 1 cent 2, 1 cent 1. I really don't see it, guys. I don't. This level of support here at 2 cents is extremely strong. We have another one at 1 cent 9. We have another one at 1 cent 75 that aren't on here, right? We have another very strong one at 1 cent 5. I mean, we pulled all the way down to 1 cent 5 for that massive dump that we had about a week or so ago, and look at it, wicked all the way back up immediately. That's how much support is there, right? So I honestly, at the farthest I see us going is 1 cent 5, 8, 9 again, right? I don't see us going any further than that. That's not saying we're going to. I'm just saying someone asked me if I thought we would go down that low. The answer is an emphatic no. Now, anything is possible, obviously, in crypto, but likelihood is very slim. So no, I don't think so, guys. I do not think so. We're continuing to ping pong inside of here. We'll probably have another daily close right here between the 200-day SMA and the 2 cent support level. So not too bad. All right, let's get into the chat, see what's going on. Big Kev, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Guys, as always, make sure you smash the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps us grow, helps get the JASMY content out, all kinds of content out to everybody. So definitely do that. Blair, what's going on? Good to see you. Just wish there is no more crashing incoming. There's at least 8 or 9 massive crashes throughout an entire bull run. So, I mean, you're going to have to get used to it, man. You're going to have to get used to it. There is no possibility of up forever, right? Every bull run has about 8 or 9 pullbacks between 25 and 40%, right? You're supposed to use those opportunities to fill your bags. Those are not bad things. They're good things. They're opportunities, right? When are we planning to get out of the market completely? Not till next year. Not till like halfway through next year. Tara, hey Rob and JASMY family, what's going on? Jackie, how you doing, Jackie? Good to see you. Nicholas, what's up, big dog? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Lily's in the house. Yo, what's going on? Yo, GT, what's happening, bro? All right, guys, good to see the gang all here. Missing a few people, but I'm sure that they'll make their way in as we go. All right, so let's get right into it here, guys. Let's see what's going on. Let me actually pull up the Bitcoin chart. Now, guys, I don't think we're going to see very much upward action for the month of August. I've been saying this for a little while now, that August is going to be a fairly red month, right? I don't think we're going anywhere north through August. I think August is another DCA opportunity for us here, right? So take advantage of it and, stuff your bags. That's all you can really do right now. Stuff those bags. As you can see, guys, we're back up inside. Look at this on Bitcoin. Check this out. Back up inside this channel that we've been inside we've been in this channel since February 28th, right? So March, April, May, June, July, 5.5 months we've been inside this range. We fell out of it briefly right here, right? We fell out of it and then boop, right back inside to the top of the range, double top, down to the bottom, fell through, hit support here, guys, at 54,000, and then boom, right back up inside again. And now we're ping-ponging. We're sitting on support right now, as you can see. We're sitting on support right now at 58,400-ish, right? And we're just ping-ponging between the 200-day SMA and the 58.4 support level, right? So RSI is at 43, so we could see some upside this week, guys, but I don't think we will, right? I think we're going to continue to ping pong, to be honest with you, probably until sometime in Q4 of this year, right? Boomer, what's up, broski? Good to see you, man. JJ, hey Rob, I messaged you yesterday about AWT and look at it today. Let me have a look at AWT. Yes, I do remember you messaging me about AWT yesterday. Let's go have a look at it, shall we? AWT. Juicy 26.6% bullish run on Abyss World. Love to see it, guys. Love to see it. Yeah, I think AWT is going to shock some people, man. It's going to shock some people. I picked more up, buying it at these lower levels. We're slowly getting liquidity by getting listed on centralized exchanges. So we got MEXC, XT.com, and we got Gate.io. We'll start to get other ones, guys. Stuff like LBank, BitTrue. These other exchanges are going to start to list AWT, and more liquidity is going to start pouring into this project. I think it'll still do very, very well. I do. A lot of people ask me, well, is the project dead? Guys, if this project was going to die, it would already have been dead, right? They continue to develop, so it's just taken a beating. Web3 gaming as a whole has taken a beating. Hasn't really had their time in the sun yet, but it's coming. It's coming next year. Rob, any chance of hosting the Trump and Elon thing tonight? You want me to live stream that? I mean, I could. What time does it start at Central? Let me know, GT. Let me know what time it starts. Let me know what time it starts, and I'll see if I can. There's a good chance I can. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. There's a session between Elon Musk and Trump that could be bullish. Yeah, it could be. It definitely could be. I mean, there's no possibility. There's no guarantee they're going to talk about crypto. However, there is a strong possibility that they'll talk about crypto. Let me check. Awesome. Yeah, let me know, GT, because if it's at a decent time, then yeah, I can probably stream it. So absolutely. All right, guys. If you missed out, make sure you go back and watch the live stream I did on Sunday with Rue Black. We talked all things Swift coin, so make sure you check that out. You know what? Let's go have a look at. Oh crap! Let's go have a look at. You know what? Let's just do it here. Let's look at bubbles. I want to look at the bubbles. JASMY, 2 cents 04, up 1.1%. Not bad, guys. Nice little market recovery. Bitcoin's holding 58.8. As long as Bitcoin closes above 58.4, it's, I mean, I would prefer a close above 60, but I mean, I'll take 58.4 because if it doesn't close above 58.4, we're going back down to 54,000, right? So we'll see what happens there. But XCN's having itself a little bit of a good time. You love to see that. What else do we got? NXRA is having a little bit of recovery. Look at that. Oof. Look at that flat line it had for a while. Now, what happened here, guys, is their smart contracts had a couple of exploits in the same day, right? So they took a pretty big hit, to be honest with you. But yeah, see, they took a pretty big hit from 9 cents down to 4 cents. Pretty bad hit. But it's a good DCA opportunity nonetheless, right? If you're bullish on it. Wagami Games, good little opportunity there. See what I mean, guys? Web3 gaming right now is a fantastic opportunity. Look at GFAL down 5.5%. It's 1 cent right now, guys. I'm seriously considering filling up some more of my GFAL bag. Naka Games is down 3.4%. Web3 gaming, they haven't had their run yet, guys. Beam, decent price, 1 cent 3.2. Some good opportunities. Like I said, Wagami, OTK, another great opportunity, guys. Hope your Web3 gaming bags are packed. You are being provided an opportunity. All right, let's get into the news, guys. Let's talk about what's going on out there. Bam, check it out. Marathon announces it's now stamping each Bitcoin block it mines with a Made in USA. Look at this, Made in USA on every block of Bitcoin that they mine. That's pretty creative. I dig it. I dig it. It shows adoption in the US. We have some bullish KASPA news as well. Guys, you know we love our KASPA over here. KASPA Taiwan Exchange Group says, very enthusiastic ABS moonshot event. Many people have joined to let more Taiwan know about KASPA. The award for this event has been distributed. The lucky winners, the airdrops, blah, blah, blah. So KASPA showing up at an event in Taiwan. Check it out, guys. Boom. All things KASPA. It's good to see these projects that you're invested in showing up at these kinds of festivals and events, conferences, right? Because you want to see that. That's where they build partnerships and collaborations, and they make announcements, right? You want to see this kind of activity in projects that you are invested in or considering investing in, right? That's why Hara is all over the place for JASMY. He's always at festivals and conferences, and you know. What do we got? So Bitcoin Magazine says over 1 million Bitcoin addresses now hold 1 Bitcoin or more. Crazy. That is 1 million future millionaires if they hold, because Bitcoin will be $1 million a coin one day, guys. Probably, I think I'm going to project it and say 2 bull runs from now, not 2028, 2029, probably 2033. We will see a $1 million Bitcoin. Write it down, clip it. It's coming. Big things popping, little things stopping. Just in, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is now at extreme fear. Be greedy when others are fearful, guys. That means it is time to stuff your bags. That is what that means, guys. If you're having questions, if you're letting the fear get to you, you're going to miss out. Millionaires are made when things are red, not when things are green. BlackRock and Fidelity now own a combined 524,390 BTC worth $31.6 billion for their spot Bitcoin ETFs. Over 500,000 BTC of the 21 million total Bitcoin belongs to ETFs alone. Crazy. That's crazy, guys. And that 21 million, a lot of those aren't even mined yet, right? So put that in perspective for you, right? Supply and demand, guys, and I'm going to show you something else that affects that supply and demand right here. Check this out. Check this out. Boom. We're seeing a significant decline in Bitcoin supply across all exchanges, reaching the lowest level since 2018. This is a good thing. At this number, as this number gets lower and lower, the price of Bitcoin will go higher and higher. Supply and demand, it's really that simple. Source is Crypto Quant. So there you go, guys. Supply and demand, making it happen. Only a matter of time, guys. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. What do we got here? JJ, only thing about AWT is when I try to buy more, it's a big price difference. That's what, okay. Well, it depends where you're buying it, I suppose, right? So it starts at 7 Central. Okay, so yeah, you know what? I'm moving my office downstairs in my house once I'm done this live stream. So if I can get my computer set back up again before then, which I should be able to, then I will live stream the interview. Yes, I will do that. Provided it's playing over on X, I assume, right? Forget about it. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Jackie, what coin do you own the most of right now? Well, it depends, right? It depends on the market, right? The dollar value fluctuates based on what's pumping and what's not. I think number one bag right now in terms of dollar value is KASPA right now, because I bought KASPA below a penny, right? And I never sold any, so I hold a crap load of KASPA. So in terms of dollar valuation, probably KASPA right now. All right, what do we got? Just in, Kamala Harris will embrace Bitcoin in crypto industry, according to Vivek Ramaz, whatever her name is. Check this out.
There are those who argue, who think if you're a single voter on crypto, that this could lose her the election if she doesn't come out and embrace it. Look, Trump was all for the not taxing tips. Now she's all for. Do you think she will ultimately embrace crypto as an industry?
I predict her verbiage will. And I do think that part of the reason why is you see Trump's speech at the Bitcoin conference. It's just a matter of competing for votes that she's going to adopt a thoughtful position. Now, speaking as an American, not from a partisan perspective, I think that's a good thing. I think we should want great debate in the marketplace of ideas. Even if she offers a thoughtful digital assets framework or policy, even if I don't agree with all of it, I think that'll be a good thing for the country. But what I challenge Kamala Harris to do is not just cite the pieties in the words. Go into detail. Say what you actually believe about self-custody of assets. Say what you actually believe about whether you think Gary Gensler should continue as the leader of the SEC. So I think those specifics are going to matter a lot, Kelly.
For sure, but is what you're saying is just a general position of openness is probably all the industry really is looking for. This idea that it's not a partisan issue, that Republicans are for it and Democrats are against it.
It should not be a partisan issue. Now, what I think you are seeing is this tendency to really embrace whatever wins her the most votes. But when you're looking at your question, Andrew, of how do you assess the seriousness of that? The metric to use is how specific she actually gets on those policy proposals.
I agree. She needs to come out. She needs to say something, and she needs to be specific. Pacific. She's got to be Pacific, right? Check this out, guys. Mora Games under continued development. Good morning, gamers. Another week, another adventure awaits. Gotta mute it there. Well, I guess I don't have to. There's no music. Check this out. Another week, another adventure awaits. Whether you're diving into epic games, gearing up the community testing, or exploring new Web3 games. That's just an example of one of their games over on Mora Games, guys. Now, Mora Games is on the Ethereum blockchain, but it's an ERC20 token, but it is built on top of Myria's blockchain, right? Very bullish on Mora Games. Fantastic project, in my opinion. Going to do pretty good. And we have a new turbo listing, guys. Exchange.io. Exchange.io. Turbo is the first AI-created meme coin born from a bold experiment with GPT-4. Built on Ethereum, made by AI for the people. Nice. So, new listing for Turbo, guys. More liquidity into the project. Love to see it. What else do we got going on? Bullish on Turbo, guys. Yahoo Finance's Bitcoin ETF investors have diamond hands.
I want to talk about ETF flows real quickly, and that's because even though we saw some flows out of ETFs last Friday, I was tracking the Thursday to Thursday flows, and despite all of this pressure, all the selling and all the volatility that we've seen over the last month, we're still seeing inflows into the ETFs, and I think that's a positive story. You take out those two grayscale ETFs, so spot Bitcoin and spot Ether ETFs that have higher fees. We actually had additions of about $250 to $300 million in those ETFs from Thursday to Thursday. So on that front, it looks like the new people who are investing in these ETFs, for lack of a better term, they have diamond hands. Also want to consider that the dollar is up today. So we're seeing not only Bitcoin, a little bit of a weakness in Bitcoin, but we're seeing some strength in the dollar. And interestingly, we're also seeing record highs in gold. So maybe something's underfoot there, something we'll be tracking in the hours and days to come. Guys, I want to talk about
diamond hands, baby. See, the smart people, the smart money, diamond hands. They're not selling. Why are you panicking? Right? Why are you panicking? Now, we got some commentary here about the volatility in the stock market, and this does relate to crypto because, I mean, crypto is correlated to the S&P 500, right? So check it out.
Obviously, it probably makes sense to dial back a little bit, a couple of weeks, to figure out what the markets have been contending with and where we sit right now. Obviously, a little more of a pronounced slowdown flavor to the economic data, destabilized the markets in some degree. We got some kind of aggravating factors from the unwind of these popular hedge fund trades, yen carry trade. And now it's about, okay, we're down 5-6% in the S&P 500. Has that repriced the market enough either for a slowdown or created more opportunities for you?
Well, I think we're not done with the volatility, Mike. We know that seasonally August and September are tough months for out of the year. The good news is that we're kind of still in the thick of earnings, and we're getting real-time information from companies. And at the end of the day, there is a lot of noise out there with regards to the economy, with regards to the Fed, with regards to elections, and a lot of other things happening, the yen carry trade unwind. But earnings matter the most. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm paying attention to. And so all of last week, I was actually buying last week because I heard from companies like Eaton, like Lam Research, like Amazon, like Bank of America. They all had really pretty good things to say. And earnings are actually getting revised higher. So I think you want to use some of the volatility to be adding to positions. And so kind of that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that, as promised, the earnings growth has broadened out to some degree away from the very largest growth stocks, at least coming off of sort of flatline levels for a while, and that's played through in the second quarter reporting numbers. I guess the question is, you mentioned a few stocks there, you know, Eaton and Lam and Bank of America, which probably need the economy to hold together reasonably well in order for them to make their numbers going into next year. So I guess that's the question. Are we just sort of sitting here, you know, going economic data release by data release and figuring out if the economy is well?
Yeah, no, I know. We are going by release, and that's kind of a challenge on an everyday basis. But for the long term, I mean, I think we're running at about 2.5% in GDP. I know the Atlanta Fed tracker is at 2.9. That's probably too high. But I think the consumer has hung in there fairly well. I mean, I know the labor market is certainly softening, but it's still quite strong. Wages are still okay. Inflation is coming down. Interest rates are coming down. I mean, the 30-year mortgage rate has gone from 8% to 6.4%. And I think there's a lot of pent-up demand in housing, too. And that has a multiplier effect as well, as you know. So I think we're in okay shape for the time being. Always things to worry about. But I worry when I don't worry, right? Because that means that we're all complacent.
Sure. And certainly the market hasn't been complacent about consumer trends. If you just look at, you know, consumer cyclical stocks, they've suffered for a while. Is that an area that, you know, you're focusing on more? I mean, we obviously are going to get, as we said, Home Depot and Walmart this week.
I agree, guys. Adding to your positions right now is not a bad idea. It is, in fact, what I'm doing. So it's a good opportunity, guys. Crypto will start moving late September or early October going into March of 2025. I agree. Michael Vandepop in the house. Until now, ETH is following the same route as Bitcoin after the ETF launch. 2 weeks of down only, after which a slow upward grind should start with constant inflow. Positive. Grayscale outflow has slowed down substantially. Going to be some great weeks. So he thinks that we're about to see a turn in the direction of Ethereum based on the ETFs, the spot ETFs, and he's not wrong. In January, we saw a couple of weeks of downward pressure on Bitcoin when the ETFs went live, and then after that, we saw about a 75% pump on Bitcoin, which is may not sound like a lot, but for Bitcoin, 75% pump is a lot, right? Went from like $49,000 to like 73 or something. So that's pretty big, very bigly, right? I would love to see Ethereum do the same thing. I think Ethereum's recovery or Ethereum's pump would be higher because the market cap is significantly lower, right? So I think you'd see a little bit more volatility in the upwards direction for Ethereum on these ETF inflows once they finally start to kick into high gear. We got a little bit more commentary on the market volatility for the rest of the year.
A week ago, at this very moment, I think the VIX was at 65. And here we are talking about how Starbucks should change itself. What an odd market is that?
Yeah, you know, if you went to sleep a week ago Sunday night, you woke up last night, you would have been like, wow, last week must have been a really humdrum sort of week.
Right.
You know, and what's really interesting to me on the last week, though, Kelly, is when we see markets like this, what often happens when the market collapses is you see retail traders, the first place they tend to go is things like SPX and SPDR. So, you know, the indexes or index related ETFs. What was different about last week's is what we saw a lot of our clients do is go and start buying stocks or selling puts on stocks, taking advantage of the high volatility in order to play for a snapback. So I found that behavior odd compared to other weeks. And so, you know, one of the two places, it really is programmatic almost. The two places retail tends to start, Apple and Microsoft. We saw it again, great companies, great cash flows. The other companies, they went to, you know, Goldman Sachs and Coca-Cola. Again, similar profiles. But so that was, to me, one of the most interesting things is there was a change in behavior where people viewed this as a buy the dip mentality, much more than a, you know, run around screaming with the hair on fire mentality.
What do you do now then? I mean, because a lot of people have suggested, and I'm sympathetic to the idea that this whole story still has a few more innings left to it, but I don't know.
Well, you know, usually these things don't just end so quickly and it's, you know, all's back to normal. I do think one of the side effects you'll see, if you think about it, the VIX was trading at a, you know, under 15 level for so long. As we speak right now, it's right around 20. I would expect the VIX to stay near this 20 level for a lot of the rest of the year as people are, you know, taking into consideration again, hey, the market actually can go down. We just hadn't seen it that quickly and seen volatility explode that quickly in quite a while. So I would expect the side effect to be that people are a little bit more respectful of the downside than they had been to this point. And let's face it, there really was no reason to be. The market just kept going straight up.
I agree, guys. It is a buy the dip mentality kind of time. That's where we should be at, guys. That is where we should be at. That's where I'm at. It's never failed me in the past, guys. What do we got here? Studio Tech, what's up, man? I'm late again. Push-ups done. Nice. Yeah, get those push-ups in. Got to get the gains, guys. You show up late, 50 push-ups. You know the price you pay. Got to be on time. Got to be punctual. All right, what do we got? Global volatility slows Bitcoin, but Ethereum could surge. Per a recent Copper research report, Bitcoin's price movement has been stagnated by global events, and Ethereum's limiting supply could lead to a price surge. The latest issue of Copper Researchers' opening bell report highlights that despite Bitcoin's resilience against the German government's sale of 40,000 coins, overall market conditions have been challenging, erasing gains made since Bitcoin's all-time high in March. The report suggests that Bitcoin has little buying activity due to the heightened market volatility driven by a series of global events. These events include the US election, UK riots, Middle East tensions, and shifts in Japanese central bank policies. Initially, market participants bought the dip during the German sell-off, but the report contends that recent market volatility has reduced interest in risk assets, resulting in minimal buying activity for Bitcoin. Considering the unexpected supply from Germany, the markets effectively show no net additions. Since Bitcoin's peak in March, ETFs have only added 40,000 coins, and prices are currently trading within the same range observed during the German sell-off, according to the report. Ethereum supply dynamics are also under scrutiny. The layer 2 adoption has returned the asset to an inflationary state since mid-April. However, a significant portion of ETH is being locked into smart contracts. This limited supply could potentially reduce the circulating supply and create upward price pressure by the end of the year. As of August 12th, 66% of Ethereum addresses are in profit, with Ethereum trading just above $2,600. This is an increase from the last week when only 63% were profitable. However, This is still more than 75% in profit when ETH was above $3,159 earlier in the month, with 3.59 million addresses needing price to rise to between $2,679 to $2,755 to turn profitable. The report also noted that tokenized assets are experiencing remarkable growth, with BlackRock's adding over $1 billion in tokenized government products this year. McKinsey recently projected the market value of tokenized real-world assets could reach up to $4 trillion by 2030, driven by factors like mutual funds and bonds. BlackRock's BUIDL product has contributed to over half of this increase, signaling strong market momentum. Other products, including Franklin Templeton and Ondo Finance, USDY and USDG, are also gaining significant traction. Guys, what I will tell you is this: when we enter into the next bear market, 2026, right? One of the key narratives that we are going to be buying at the bottom is a lot of RWA assets, because going into the 2028-2029 bull run, RWA's narrative and DPIN are going to be front and center. They are going to be two of the biggest narratives in that bull run. We're just getting started with RWA right now. When we enter into the bull run of 2028-2029, stuff like Ondo, and guys, make no mistake about it, there's going to be a bunch of other RWA fantastic projects that launch throughout the next bear market as well. I'm very excited about it. So that's what we're going to be doing through the bear market. We're really going to hone in on RWA assets, right? So very, very bullish there. Let's have a look at the Dixie. Boom. Yep, she's having a neutral candle day today, as you can see. Spinning top candle, but in the red. Very nice. Very, very nice. We need a continuation to the downside here, however. And yeah, that is essentially the news, guys. As we look back in over on JASMY, just gonna hold support here at 2 cents. Hopefully we get our daily close above 2 cents, and we can continue to ping pong between that 2 cent support level and the 200-day simple moving average. Studio Tech, do you think JASMY chat going to move up this week? Chart? I'm assuming you mean chart. No, I don't. I think that we're going to ping pong here for a while. To be honest with you, I think August as a whole is going to be kind of a choppy, sideways, reddish month. It's not going to be, there's not going to be much price action until about halfway through September, in my opinion. So we'll just have to hold on for the ride, guys, right? That's all we can do. That's all we can do is DCA and enjoy the ride, baby. But that's it for the news today, guys. We're all caught up in the chat. I got to get to moving my office downstairs, so I will do what I can to live stream the Trump interview by Elon Musk in 2.5 hours. So make sure you guys are here for that. All right, guys. I will see you later. Deuces, ooses.